Welcome back, people. Thank you for joining me again on Sean's Photography. We're going to do our first proper outing today with the Nikon Z52. We're going to go to sunny seaside, Porthcawl. It's not far from me, it's about an hour away, 50 minutes away. I'm using the Viltrox 35mm 1.7 on the Z52. I've currently got product mode switched on, and what that does is, you probably know already, but I'm a beginner like a lot of you. So what that does is it's focusing on me now, but if I put something in between me and the camera, it automatically focuses on that. So if you're doing product reviews, I take that away and it focuses back. So if you're going to do product reviews, or like I want to do some of my camera gear anyway, that then is going to help me show you what I want to talk about and then go back to myself without having to try zoom in. And right, here we are. You'll have to forgive me. I took a little bump on the head a few days ago. I've got concussion, so I'm struggling a little bit with some memory, and some of my words may be a little bit off kilter. So without further ado, let's get into it. Thanks for joining, people. Okay, so we're gonna go to we're going to the seaside. We're going down to Porthcawl. Sorry. One of the things I want to try is, I watch a lot of Gary Gough. If you haven't seen him on Tube, check him out. Really good professional photographer. Been doing it for decades, but he's really helpful. Some of the tips and hints and tricks that he's putting out there, I suppose years ago only the professionals would tell other professionals, but if you do happen to chance along this Gary Gough, thank you so much for the tip that I'm going to try. I'll try and link the video, his video, in the comments if I can. But the technique he uses is what he calls the 30 rule. And basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to set my camera to a 30th of a second, adjust everything else in the triangle to balance that shot out. Then I'm going to put my 10-stop filter down in front of the lens and take the shot, and it should give me, I use an exposure rate then of ×10, basically is what he says. So that will give me a 30-second exposure time. If I put a 60th of a second, then obviously that'll give me a 60-second exposure, a minute exposure, and so on and so on. I can't explain it like he does. I just learning the technique. So if you want to, Gary Gough, please go and check out his channel. Fantastic guy. Don't know him, so I'm not plugging him, but yeah, really helpful. So anyway, what I'm going to use is, let's see if this product mode works. Yay! It's the Newa, I hope I'm saying that right, Newa. Focus. There we are. Pro filter set, I think it's called. I'll show you the individual pieces. It comes obviously with the carrier, which has a funky little magnetic ring, and then a little wheel that you can turn. If you put your polarizing filter in, you can turn your polarizing filter. Obviously it's got your standard lock, and then your actual fitting rings to your lens. Now what I've done is, because I'm using the Viltrox, which is a 52 filter size, I'm using the kit lens that come with the camera as well, which is, I think it's a 46, and I use the 50 to 250, which is, I think it's a 62. So anyway, I've bought individual rings, step up rings, to take me from, like for the Viltrox, from the 52 to a 62, and then a 62 to, I think it's an 86. 86 is on the actual filter holder. So I'm using the filter holder. I'm also using, as I just said, the polarizing filter that comes with a kit as well. And that then magnetically drops in like that, and then obviously you can turn it with your little scroll wheel until you get the focus right. I'm currently using the Z52, so obviously I can't show you this on camera as it is. It comes also with the grad filter, which I'm really impressed with the cases around the grad filter. I'll just put this back in quickly. Try not to make this too long-winded for you. And obviously then it comes with your 10 stop as well. That's 100 by 100 or 4 inch by 4 inch. Yeah, so we'll take this out. We'll have a look. What I'm impressed with so far with the Neewer is it's a nice robust case. There's plenty of pockets in there for your adapter rings and your filters, and to add some more filters. It's got a zip close and a Velcro close. Focus. But what I like as well, it's got a tall carry strap for the back, but it's also got a nice little tripod strap that you hook onto your tripod, so you haven't got to flap about trying to get your filters out of your bag, up, down. Yeah, so I'm impressed with that so far. I think I paid around the £110 mark, around something like that. And that was everything apart from the adapter rings. The 3 adapter rings, I had them on Amazon, and I think they came to around the £20–25 mark for the 3. So that covers all the lenses I got at the moment. That is all I need at the moment. So anyway, enough waffling. Let's get out there. Let's get out to Porthcawl. The sound, I gotta warn you, I'm filming this after the fact. The sound isn't the best because obviously I'm by the sea, the waves are crashing, it was a really windy day. I'll try and do a voiceover, but I'm learning CapCut editing program, so I'll try my best to do a voiceover. If not, I'll try and put some text up or something. But basically I'm using the 30th of a second rule, which is giving me a 30-second exposure time. I'm setting the camera on manual, I'm setting a 30th of a second, and then I'm adjusting my ISO and my aperture to bring everything in balance. I've already got my grad filter over. Then once I've set the camera, I'm slipping my 10 stop filter down in front. I'm doing a 2-second delay release on the shutter, so I don't have no shutter shake, and away to go. There's a few images I'm going to put up. They're not fantastic, but I'm learning. We're all learning, so be gentle with your comments. Yeah, sorry. I'll stop waffling. I do a 30th of a second and I do a 60th of a second. See what you think. Any comments, please do put them down below. If you'd like to come along for the journey on my channel, please do think about liking, sharing and subscribing. Any hints or tips that you want to give, please comment with them down below. Let's go to the seaside. Right, I'll keep this short and sweet. I ain't got my mic on, so I hope you can hear me. We done Porthcawl. Tide is just starting to turn and come in. So I've got this. Right, so what I'm using the Newa filter kit. I've got the shroud on. I'm using the soft rod filter just to take the clipping of the sky out. I've got the 10-stop filter on there, and I'm using GOUGHS 30th of a second technique. Finding it great. So I've done a 30th of a second. I've balanced everything out like that. Then my 10 stop in, and then gone for a 30 second. Sorry, yeah, 30 second exposure for that picture. Now, I've also done a 60th of a second without the 10 stop in, obviously. Set everything up, got the balance, put the 10 stop in and knocked it down to a minute. That's all I'm going to do at the moment here. I'll take a few fast shutter speed shots. But yeah, first real outing with the Z52. Really happy. Happy with the Newa system so far. We'll have a look at the photos and see what we think. Wife is happy because she's by the seaside and she thinks she's going to have chips and gravy. That's yet to see. So we'll call this the first proper outing. Yeah, I've got my bag on the tripod because it is quite windy. Quite windy here today.